Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you're watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. So if you're new here, what we usually do on this channel is I show you a deck, show you all of the cards, talk about the card stock, the guidebook if there is one, how it shuffles, and then at the end I choose a card and we read and we see how the guidebook reads. I also have timestamps below if you're just interested in one part of this video. Please feel free to click on what interests you. Alright, so today we'll be taking a look at the Ancient Italian Tarot. This is a Scarabeo publication. I think I am the third owner of this deck, and the box came to me pretty beat up, so I just chose to remove it from the box and we'll be putting it in a pouch. So as with all Scarabeo decks, you do have multiple languages for the little white book or the guidebook. So there is just there's not a lot of information here, just a few, a quick description of the card meaning and a keyword. So just a couple of pages, about 12 pages for the English part of this little white book. You also have two title cards, and these are the cards. So the backs are reversible. I do like the backs. It's quite intricate. It's quite lovely. The card stock is a little bit thin, but it does snap back well. And, you know, me being the third owner, it still feels quite sturdy. A bit, you know, it's a little bit worn, but I think it would still hold up for quite a while. So I think that's a good indication of the card stock. And then we will zoom in and take a look at all of the cards. Alright, so I didn't have to zoom in a whole lot. I realized that my video was pretty much zoomed in on my desk already. But yeah, so let's take a look at the cards. So it is printed on like an off-white or beigey color to make it look a little bit more aged. You do have the Italian names at the bottom. I like the coloration of this deck. It's like it looks bright, but you know, still aged in this really classic or regal looking art. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at describing what I see. And I don't really know a lot about art. I just appreciate looking at them. So from what I understand, this is a reproduction of older Italian decks, tarot decks in the past. It is a pip deck, but a really beautiful pip deck. So the Strength and Justice cards are in reverse positions here, as with older decks, as compared to the RWS, where you have Strength at number 8 and Justice at 11. So the majors are fully illustrated, and I do really like the art here. Devil. Oh, sorry. This is the... Why is the Lover's card? I didn't notice. Okay, so the Lover's card, number 6. I'm just thinking, why is that there? It took me a while to figure out. Okay, the Tower, Star. So it is raining quite hard here where I am, so I don't know how much of that you are picking up. I do apologize for the noise. The Sun. And I like this imagery better than the RWS imagery for the Sun. Judgment and the World. So let me just adjust my light. Let me move. Okay, sorry. Alright, so I moved my light a little bit because it does seem to be reflecting. Alright, so we'll go with the batons, with the wands or the rods. So it is a pip deck. So I'll move through these cards relatively quickly. But as always, feel free to slow down, speed up, or pause if you want to take a closer look at all of the cards. And then you have Page, the Knight, Queen, and the King. Then the cups. Okay, where's the 2? I think, oh yeah, the 2 of cups. Oops. The 2. Five cups. And then you have the quartz. Moving on to the swords. I do appreciate that the numbers are on the cards. Although some might not like it because it kind of interferes with the image. I'm not sure if the original deck really does have the numbers on them, on the face of the cards, or at least in this position, like on all 4 corners. But I don't mind them. And lastly, the pentacle suit. Alright, then the last 2 cards, and then we will zoom out and see how this deck shuffles. Alright, so I'm a fan of low Scarabeo cardstock, so I don't really have any issues shuffling this deck. So I like how it riffles. I do like the feel of this cardstock. I don't really have an issue with it. It also, there's already a card that wants to be read, but I also have no issues side shuffling or overhand shuffling this deck. So yeah, it's a pretty comfortable and easy shuffle for me. So no complaints there. And then we will be reading for the King of Cups from the little white book. Doesn't have much. Let's see. Cups. Chalices here. So for the king, it says intellectual. The keywords are intellectual, artist, writer, patron, and a mature person. So the little white book doesn't really tell you a lot, but yeah, you can use any other tarot books as a reference for this deck if you do rely on guidebooks or meanings, and not just, or you don't know the meanings of the, especially for the minors, and if you don't know the meanings of the minors yet, because as a pip deck you don't really have a scenery to go on for you to get a meaning from the art itself. So yeah, so would it be a good deck for beginners? I think there's a lot of options out there that you can choose from that might be more beginner friendly than this one. I did buy this like a year and a half into my tarot practice. I am familiar with the meanings of the cards now as compared to when I started, and I'm a little bit more comfortable with pip decks than I was when I started. So yeah, so that has been the flip through of the Ancient Italian Tarot. If you find this video helpful, please click on the like button and do consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos like this at least once a week. See you again next time. Bye!